Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA Daily Analysis. After dropping 2 days in a row, NVIDIA finally recovered a little bit today. In this video, we'll take a look current fundamentals, latest news, and other economic data to make an assessment for NVIDIA price movement for next few days. Now, let's get started. Starting with the daily summary, Nvidia opened at 116.96. It made a high 121.20 and it closed at 116.70. That is 1.71% up. And after hours, slightly up about 0.084%. In last 5 days, Nvidia is still down about 6.1%. Year to date, about 14% down. And last 1 year, Nvidia up about 71%. You probably have noticed that AMD released the earnings in the afternoon today, and they were able to beat earnings by 0.36% and the revenue by 1.76%. But their stocks are still down about 8.9%. And part of the reason is their data center revenue guidance is not very encouraging. And also, the last quarter revenue in the data center was also below expectation. So, what do you guys think? So, do you think Nvidia earnings can also go in the same direction and Nvidia stock can go down as well? So, let me know in the comment section what do you guys think. But as of this point, very minimal effect on Nvidia after the AMD earnings in after hours. So you see that Nvidia did not go down. Now let's take a look forward P for Nvidia and other AI stocks. Nvidia forward P at this point is at 34.29. Not a big difference from the last week closing. It was 34.70. Palantir had a very good day today after the earnings yesterday, probably about 20% up today. SMCI 9.18 forward P. SMCI also had a very good day today. AMD 26.98 before the closing. And based on the cumulative percentage change, Nvidia is down about 17%. I think it's much lower than the last quarter. And the risk is still there that Nvidia can go further down before the earnings. Sometime yesterday, Nvidia went down to about 113. So let me know how many of you bought Nvidia around that level, around 113. As I told you before, 112 was a very good support point for Nvidia, and also this made a very good buying point. But I was waiting Nvidia to go further down before I place more buy position. So I was waiting Nvidia to go down to below 112, but it did not happen. So I missed one opportunity yesterday. Now let's take a look technical charts for Nvidia. You see 180-day hourly interval chart for Nvidia and also the Fibonacci levels. So as you see, based on the Fibonacci levels, the 78% retracement is around 112. And as I mentioned in my previous videos, that 112 is a strong support level. So you notice yesterday Nvidia went down, but it could not sustain below 113 and it got a pullback from there. At this point, Nvidia is trading around 118. The next level of resistance is 121, and after that 127, and after that is 133, and that is 38% retracement based on the Fibonacci levels. So 133, in my opinion, as I said before, is a very critical point. So unless Nvidia breaks 133, I would still think that Nvidia it still has a risk to go further down. So Nvidia had to break 133 level before we assume Nvidia got the strong positive momentum. And based on the MACD, you notice that the big momentum on sometime end of last week, then it got a positive momentum, but it could not sustain there on Friday. Yesterday, it again went down. So, last few days, Nvidia had lots of volatility, right? So, no clarity of direction. I see some comments in my comment section that some people think Nvidia is heading towards 100, but I did not agree with that. I still think that 112 is a very strong support level for Nvidia and also a good buy point. Now let's take a look at some news and other analysis regarding Nvidia. And you guys probably know that Trump has put a temporary pause on the tariff to Canada and Mexico yesterday, and that probably was a good news for the market. Sometime in the afternoon, you saw that market started moving positively. So let's take a look. This one that says Nvidia stock rises. What tariff threats mean for the AI chip maker? Let's try to open it. So it says that in the early morning Tuesday, the chip maker looks set to gain from the wider market relief around last minute deal that reverted the US putting tariffs on goods imported from Mexico and Canada. So probably the same news that I was just trying to mention to you guys. So that was a good thing for overall market for early morning Tuesday as well. And this one is about Palantir that says buying Palantir stock today is like buying Tesla stock 10 years ago. And this is from Dan Ives. Let's open it. Oh, so this from Wedbush. Okay. So Wedbush most of the time are very optimistic regarding the future outlook of the AI sector. So that's why I do not trust 100% on their analysis. So now this one looks interesting that says Nvidia to soothe a worrisome investor with Q4 beat progress on Blackwell chip. Bank of America security says. Let's open it. And based on my previous experiences, I see analysis from Bank of America and Citibank are more reliable versus other investment companies. So they are telling good things about Nvidia for the Q4. So in their opinion, Blackwell is going in the right direction. And also we have a GTC conference sometime in March. So that should also boost Nvidia stock price sometime in March. So any good opportunity, I'm guessing, for Nvidia to buy and keep it for some time, in my opinion, is good. And you see here, China responded back with their tariffs, and that targets Google, Nvidia, and Intel. And I did not see a big impact after this tariff from China. So probably market already digested that. So now this one, and that's also interesting, and that's regarding DeepSeek. It's from JP Morgan. It says DeepSeek is great news for key SMC stock. Let's open it. So basically, they are trying to say faster model evaluation should be positive for overall AI compute demand. And similar comment I see from CEO of AMD in the earnings call today. They also think that more competition in the AI sector will boost chip demand in the future. So I guess that's all about important news regarding Nvidia for today. Let's take a look my watch list. So all positive. So for the first time in last 1 month, all of my stocks in my watch list are positive. The highest positive change is on Palantir, that is 23.99% up. And SMCI also up about 8.60%. And regarding the economic data for this week, tomorrow is important because we have ADP employment data getting released in the morning. And if you take a look historical numbers, last month it came 122K versus 139K, and 1 month prior 146K versus 166K, and the forecast this time is 148K. In general, if the actuals come more than the forecast, that would tell, job market is getting stronger, and that would send a negative signal to the inflation, meaning that, market would think that inflation would start going up again. So we should be hoping for the actuals come lower than the forecast tomorrow. If it comes higher, then probably you would see market is reacting negatively tomorrow. We'll see what happens. And after tomorrow, we have US employment report and US unemployment rate data going to be published on Friday. That's also important. So overall, my assessment has not changed for Nvidia. I still think that if Nvidia goes down another 8 to 10% below 112, that makes Nvidia again a good buy. And in last few days, I did not make any transaction. I still have Nvidia shares bought around 147 and also 127. My break even is around 136. So I'm hoping that I would be in profit before the earnings or sometime around the earnings. I'm not panicking. So that's all about my analysis and assessment for next few days. I hope you like the video. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more in the next video. Take care.